Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A'udzu billahi minasyaitonir rajim. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalatu wassalamu ala asyrofil mursalin Muhammadin sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Now, shall we recap about Furqan? Yeah, how many verses are in the Quran about Furqan? Six, right? So in general, yeah, Allah was talking about where can you find Furqan? In the Quran. Yeah. So that means if any one of us are not able to differentiate between truth and falsehood, what happened? Yeah, but something must be wrong with the way you approach the Quran. Agreed? Yeah. And secondly, how to get Furqan again? Besides Quran, taqwa to Allah. So these two things. Yeah. Now, so first of all, we do need to understand about the function of the Quran. Why? What is the function of the Quran? Guidance. ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِيهِ هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This is a book. There's no doubt about it. Guidance for those who are God conscious. Yeah. What other functions of the Quran is for healing. Yeah. In Surah number 41, is number 44. Yeah. قُلْ هُوَ لِلَّذِينَ آمَنُوا هُدًى وَشِفَاءً. Healing against what? Against hypocrisy. Yeah. Against shirk. Yeah. So these are the things, and of course, can you use Al-Fatiha against an illness, for any illness, against an illness? Yes, of course. Which example in the hadith? Scorpion guy, right? I think was it one of the chief, right? Chief of the village had a scorpion sting. Yeah, and the person was reciting Al-Fatiha, and alhamdulillah it was healed. Yeah, so it can be used healing against spiritual defects and of course the physical defects, inshallah. Yeah. Now, if you turn to Surah number 38, verse number 29, Allah said, Kitabun. Where's Osama?
He's coming.
Where is he now?
I'm not sure. I think he's in the toilet.
Ghusul. Kitabun anzalnahu ilayka mubarakun liyadabbaru ayatihi wa liyatadhakkara ulul albab. This is a book which we have sent down to you, full of blessings that they may ponder over its verses and that men of understanding may remember. So what does Allah ask us to do in the Quran? Ponder. What do you think? 38, 29. Yeah? That you must ponder over the verses. Not only that, you must remember, inshallah, until your final breath. Yeah, so this is the Quran. You must understand exactly what Allah means. So when we talk about the situations of, for example, anything is in my mind. Let's choose one regarding Ibrahim alayhi salam. Yeah, when he was sacrificing his son. Yeah, what must be pondered upon? What is the importance of that?
Obedience.
Yeah, complete submission. Yeah, of course, the fact that he had a dream in those days, the prophets, when they had a dream, it was a revelation that you must fulfill or complete. Yeah, and what else do we learn from this, from the sacrifice of Ismail alayhi salam, besides obedience?
The son trusting his father.
Trust. Yeah, trust in Allah. And the situation is happening in Palestine now, right? We discussed many times, right? Allah has a plan. None of us knows Allah's plan. Yeah, but however, we take the positive of it. What is the positive that you gain from the whole situation in Palestine?
Test.
That the test of Allah, inshallah, any test will get reward. Agreed? Yep. That even the prick of the finger, you will get the reward. Yeah, for the patience. Yeah. What else can we learn? Must we learn from this Palestine incident?
Patience, trust in Allah.
Patience, trust, other things. I think unity is very important. Somehow it unites everybody. Yeah. Other than that,
It's dawah stuff.
sorry. Steadfastness. Yeah. That you, whatever happens to us, brothers, whether we like it or not, everything is our own good. Okay. Remember, we always say this verse in this class. وَعَسَى أَن تَكْرَهُ شَيْئًا وَهُوَ خَيْرٌ لَكُمْ وَعَسَى أَن تُحِبُّوا شَيْئًا وَهُوَ شَرٌّ لَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ يَعْلَمُ وَأَنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Surah number 2, verse 216. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, there's a chair behind me. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I thought you just want to hide behind me.
This home.
Okay. It means, yeah, perhaps the thing that you dislike is the thing which is good for you, and the things that you love are the things that is bad for you. Perhaps, and Allah knows, and that you do not know. Yeah. So that is why, for example, when we want to marry somebody, right? Iftikar, right? You do need Abdul Aziz now, right?
Amen.
You, amen, right? You do need to do an istikhara prayer. I can't imagine people are getting married without istikhara, yeah, because you're asking for Allah's counsel, and Allah's signs will come. Whether you like it or not, it will come, and whether you want to accept it, it's up to you, right? Because it's not just about the dream; it's also about whether the process of getting married is getting more difficult. Yep. That is a sign from Allah.
And some they force the dream if they think it's 24/7 about.
Yeah, of course.
The dream is that you're gonna marry.
But some dreams are very, but some dreams are very obvious, no?
Yeah.
But I told you, right? One of my students had the istikhara, the dream. This girl in real life was wearing hijab. In the dream, she wasn't wearing hijab, and she had a dog with her. All right. So it sounds kind of obvious, yeah. But if you one thing about istikhara, you have to understand, you must not have any. You have not made any decision. If you made a decision already, it won't come, or you won't detect the subtleness of Allah's signs. Right? So you must leave it up to Allah to decide for you what you want. It's up to you whether you want to take Allah's signs or not. But if you don't take Allah's signs, that's it. Right? You have yourself to blame. Right? So even, for example, when I was the wali of a sister, revert sister, right, and after meeting, I was grilling the man anyway. I was grilling the potential husband, right? You know me, we were grilling, right? was no tawheed, yeah. Yeah, she didn't pass my test, right? Sorry, she didn't pass the test, right? And I said no, right? You are not allowed to marry if I'm the wali. Right? Sorry, I did say maybe you can try a few months later, right? And she refused. She becomes Quran, and she refused to follow. I said, if you want to marry still, then you need to remove me as your wali, right? And she did, and married and got divorced. Right, so that's not my problem. I did say already, and this is quite important, that brothers, yeah, especially potential husbands in front of me, yeah.
Potential, they have to stand. Not the way. Not be a wife.
So you do need to really, if you want to have a Sakina family, right, with all the blessings from Allah, you do need to find a good wife, right? It's not enough. Love is not enough in a marriage. Agreed? It must have Allah's blessings, because if not, love is nothing at all without Allah's love for this marriage to happen. Yeah. So everything that we have discussed, right, it is from the Quran, authentic hadith. Yeah. Now the Quran is also for you and me to decide any decision in any matter. Agreed? Any decision, every solution is all in the Quran. Everything, there's no solutions at all not in the Quran and in authentic hadith. Right? Because what did Allah say, Usama? Surah number 4, verse number 59. You know, right? You memorize already? Yes. Yeah, you go to Islam channel, is all the time. Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu atii'u wa atii'ur rasul wa ulul amri minkum fa in tanaza'tum fi syai'in farudduhu ila Allahi wa rasuli in kuntum tu'minuna billahi wal yaumil akhir dzalika khairun wa ahsanu ta'wila, which means, yeah, so remember, this is very important, verse 459, because sometimes we want to decide a matter based on bopo. What's bopo? Based on personal opinion. There's no such thing as personal opinion in Islam. Agree? Anything must come from Quran or authentic. So, for example, right? And I'll be very frank with you, right? Using beads. right?
Tasbih.
Tasbih, right? Of course, some scholars say it's okay, right? But who do you want to follow? Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam
So,
or yourself, right? Always remember, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ ذُنُوبَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Surah number 3, verse number 31. Say, O Muhammad to mankind, if you love Allah, follow me. Then Allah will love you and forgive you of your sins, and Allah is often forgiving, the most merciful. Right? What does it mean? Did Prophet Muhammad use the beads?
Something similar, but yeah.
Never.
The little thing.
No, never.
rocks.
There's a hadith where you saw someone coming with rocks, right?
And one the Sahaba saw.
Yeah.
Yes. Right?
Even when they meet and said it's allowed.
So well, agreed. Some big scholars said it's okay, but I want to follow the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. Is it true?
Yeah.
And he did say, right? He addressed it, and your fingers will testify on the day of judgment. Yes.
So, of course, you do taslim with your fingers after you pray.
Yes.
You see some people, they walk the street they're doing the taslim with the beads.
Yeah.
And you do it with your fingers when you walk around.
Yes.
So you can just walk around, just follow
Yeah.
and come.
Yeah. You have never seen the Sahaba and all this using the beads. Never.
Ustad,
Yeah.
is it the tip of the fingers that will testify, right?
Everything, yes.
Oh, everything.
Okay. Even the place that you put your head to prostrate, the ground is testified. Agreed?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why when you go to the mosque, don't take selfies first, right? You do need to. It's quite irritating when I went to Istanbul, for example. I was a tour group, right? Everybody would take selfies first. You should do your Tahiyatul Masjid first, in order to thank Allah for bringing you to the mosque. Yeah. To
Even the trees that said, I had one narration, some guy would say like, subhanAllah, the trees will testify when they say like, praising Allah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I don't think so. But there are things, for example, I mean, I don't follow this. There's a man like cutting nails, right? There's certain fingers to start first. For me, it's like no, there's so many things that I need to do. So there are this hadith, but I can't remember and all this. Right? So I think Yakin, is for me, it's not important if there is, right? But we think to start first. Of course, the right must start. You must use your right hand, inshallah.
Now, of course, when you go to the toilet, for example, back then they use lots of water. Now you can say that they have to use tissue for the analogy. Coffee never did that. So let's say you use the bead, it's just like, of course you're not putting trust in the bead to do something for you, but if it is something you can't, surely harmless, is it? Because
Yeah, but
that the coffee never had like exactly like trousers and they're allowed to use it.
it's a bit different, yeah, because this.
Yeah, this would be.
It's not an Islamic innovation.
Yeah.
It's just more rewarding. Prophet said if used, they'll just testify in their judgment. That's the.
Yeah, that's about it. I just want to follow the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So it's up to you what do you want to do. But to follow the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is more important. What he do, right? Okay, so right, so if we failed, brothers, if we failed to commit to have Furqan, what will it lead to perhaps? If we do not practice Furqan,
Falling for shirk.
mainly is acts of innovation, agreed? Which may lead to shirk. Right? So if what's wrong?
Free.
Sorry.
Sorry? Okay. My question again, right? So if we fail to practice or have Furqan in us, what will it lead to? Innovations and perhaps shirk. If any one of us died instead of shirk, what happened?
Jahannam.
Is it forgivable?
No.
Which surah?
2.
4, yeah.
4, what's number?
48.
116 and 48. Yeah. So look at 116, 4, 116. Inna Allah لا يغفر أن يشرك به ويغفر ما دون ذلك لمن يشاء ومن يشرك بالله فقد ضل ضلالا بعيدا. Verily Allah does not forgive setting partners in worship with Allah, but He forgives those whom He pleases sins other than that. And whosoever sets up partners with worship with Allah has indeed strayed far away. Right? If you look at the Quran, you understand that the Quran, Allah has completed the deen. Agreed? There's no room for innovations in Islam. Not even people so-called it a bid'ah hasana. Alright? Bid'ah is a bid'ah. There's no such thing as good bid'ah. As simple as that. Yeah? Huh? Okay? Where in the Quran that Allah completed the deen? Verse number 3. What is it? Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu laka islam madina. Which means this day I have perfected your religion for you. I have completed my favors upon and I've chosen Islam as your way of life. Yeah. So this is important. Other than that, what are the other verses that we must understand, right? That guidance only must come from Allah. We discussed many times in the class. 238. What did Allah say? قُلْنَا بِلْتُ مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُمْ مِنِّي هُدًى فَمَنْ تَبِعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. Right? When Allah forced Adam and his wife out of paradise, Allah said, "Get down, all of you, from this place, but there will come to you my guidance. And if you follow my guidance, upon them they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve." So guidance must not come from your father, grandmother, grandfather, your friends. It must only come from Allah. Literally, you must look at the source of worship. Where do you get this practice from? It does require questions, right? You can question me at any time. Where did I get my source of information from? Bukhari, Muslim, and all this. You must ask. Don't just take as. And I hate it. Some books from Malaysia, Indonesia, they say, "Oh, this is for Quran and Sunnah." Completely no dalil. You need to go there 7 times, 35 times, whatever it is, and then like what you receive from your social media, pass it to your friends, right? And then you need to fast for the day to fast for the whole day in order to solidarity with the people in Palestine and all this.
You just say that scholars have said without even mentioning scholars.
Yeah.
Probably some
Albanian scholars. Right? And we have also been informed by Allah to enter into Islam perfectly. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu dukhulu fis silmi kaffah wa la tattabi'u khutuwati syaitan innahu lakum aduwwum mubin. O you truly believe, enter perfectly into Islam and do not follow the footsteps of shaitan. Indeed, he is to you a plain enemy. So enter perfectly means exactly we try to follow as best as the teachings of Prophet Muhammad and the Sahaba. Yeah, and it's very important that we don't celebrate Christmas. Right? There's no such thing as Santa Claus. Did you used to leave your
I saw an Indonesian post that says, you know, scholars say Sheikh Khulus.
Yes, right? Sorry, brothers, yes.
Because of them believe, right?
Yes.
So if you love the food, example, seafood, salmon, all of this, turkey, right? We are allowed to sit at the table and eat, right?
Well, in the time of Rasulullah, he was offered food, and he did accept it, yes, from the Jews and all this. You can accept it, but don't initiate things.
It's different. It's
Yeah.
It's like you're sitting at the table.
Do you ask is halal or not?
Oh, you mean like saying like Merry Christmas?
Yeah,
Sorry?
That's what you're saying? Like
No,
Christmas
no.
and that?
Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
No.
So in the sense that if anybody offered you food because of Christmas and you accept it, you can accept it.
But then you throw it.
You can.
You said you got to sit at the table.
Because if it's like chicken or something.
What was the question? Hold on. What's the
But
question?
it's been like,
But it's not
you ask me or I ask?
no, I see what I'm saying.
Yeah, can what's the
You
question?
see what I'm saying?
Yes.
The brother just said,
No,
not very good.
wait. What do you want to ask?
I'm going to ask
Clear
you.
it, mate.
So, what do you want to ask?
Yes,
Because I asked
yeah, okay, so I was saying, Like, let's say the food is there and everybody eating with their Christmas celebration, they
Yes.
get their hats or, and they offer you food. Surely, like, you shouldn't sit at the table. It's just similar to like when there's alcohol at the table, you shouldn't be part of the
Yes,
process.
yes.
But you could take the food upstairs and have a room.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you can, of course.
But if it's like,
So it'd be a bit haram to sit at the table with them. They're doing their Christmas, they're putting
Yeah. Now, in the time of Rasulullah, he never asked whether the food is halal or not, right? Because we are allowed to eat from people of the book.
yeah, but back then they used to slaughter. Now you got like machines. So
Yeah,
it's not,
yeah, but still, those scholars still say you're allowed to. If it's offered, yes. But I will have to be careful about this. Yes.
Nowadays on the Christmas, wherever table, they have pork and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not even
So you have to be
trusting our
careful.
Muslims. You say HFA is not even.
The proof for Nando's,
Yeah, so-
the
Also,
chicken.
what if they invite you as well? Is that,
Sorry?
can you say yes? How do you know?
If they invite you, I would say no.
You don't need that.
Because you know that in a celebration there is wine involved, there is, yeah. Sorry to say this, even, hold on, even, I hate to say this, one of the Indonesian imams died in London, right? He was the imam of the mosque, right? Even I'm reluctant to go because they're going to pray Surah Yasin and all this. I would not, because they asked me to make dua. Even I do not want to attend whatever things that they have, but if they have janazah prayer, I will come, inshallah. So you limit, because brothers, you know what's going to happen when you come and visit them, isn't it true? So I would avoid it at all, right?
So you
Yes.
see how HFA is not like halal, let's say. It's
Yes.
not. Is it like, is it haram to you or is it like not
For
No,
me,
recommended or
for me personally, we could talk about HFA,
for HFA?
slaughtered animals, right? HFA means, I've shown you in the website that they even show they stun the animals by what and what.
I
and
mean
all
that's
this,
torture.
right?
It's-
Either water standing, like they put like
Yeah.
electric current in
Yeah.
water.
So whatever it is, anything that any good scholars, they always say animals that are stunned are not allowed to be eaten, right? Because of course you do not know whether when in the process stunned they will die or not, agreed? And the Quran, Surah Ma'idah, Al-Baqarah, all this, you are not allowed to eat dead meat. As simple as that. So that doubt itself causes me to be doubtful whether it's halal or not. Then you should always avoid, inshallah. Yes.
You know, if you go to like butchers or even like a chicken and chip shop and it's like HFE, like certified or whatever, should you eat from there?
HFA certified?
Yeah.
No.
So,
But if you don't HFA certified, yes, I would eat.
What is
because-
HFA certified? The HFA came and.
Yes, and certify it. And in the, I showed the website, right?
HMC is the one that's good.
That they said that they have no objections with stunning.
so
But how do they accept it? That doesn't make sense. How do you even say something that's not halal?
You can't torture animals.
Because they have backings of some scholars.
Which scholar?
I do not know.
so majority of these takeaway shops are haram then, in that case.
If there's HFA,
Yeah,
Majority are.
yeah.
we do not know.
KFC, the ones that say they're halal, they're not halal.
Yeah, KFC, HFA, the guy, the restaurant that you said, what, the Malaysian restaurant?
That's okay.
Okay, brothers,
I mean,
who
even
started this topic?
I've had a couple of them. Even you cut the shit, the Prophet said you shouldn't show.
Okay, one day we can talk about halal and haram, inshallah, yeah? One day, yes.
But just on that topic, if you go to a shop, you ask if it's halal, and they say it's halal,
That's on them.
That's it. So that means if I invite you to my house, and you must accept this without asking me any questions. Agreed? Because this is what the etiquette of the akhlaq of the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. He never asked, even the Jews, right? Is it halal or kosher or not? He didn't ask.
So if you go to the Muslim shop, we say, is it HFA? Is it, or can we ask that? Is it
You can say yes, of course, can ask. HFA or
but
not.
you might not want to hear the
Oh,
answer.
HFA.
You can
Just
ask.
ask is it halal?
You can ask for the certificate.
Don't do that.
Yes.
I'll go to someone's yard.
You don't know halal.
Brothers, I can hear. Yes.
Maybe yeah.
Not to eat meats on which contain not to. And he said that of course, like, he didn't ask the Jewish woman, but we know for sure that we have no doubt that they're not saying
Yeah, we can.
that's not their practice nowadays. We know for sure.
Yeah.
If the certainty is there,
Yeah.
then we should not eat it.
I would avoid it. But there's some scholars who say, well, even in the time of Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, everybody was saying Islam is Jesus, the Son of God, and all this. It's the same, right? So they can become called mushrikin, but Prophet did not specify that you cannot eat people of the book.
No,
So
isn't that the
there's
slaughter
some
process?
scholars, yeah, the starting process, because if they believe in Trinity, like a mushrikin, isn't it true?
Yeah, but nowadays the slaughter, that's the question.
Yeah,
We know that back then.
If a Christian invites
nobody
me to
knows.
the
Yes,
house-
Jews. Kosher
if a
food,
Christian
yes.
invites me to the house for dinner,
yes.
I don't ask them to take an invitation. I
Should live like robots.
The Jews, yes.
How about if it's a Christian?
I would doubt it.
What if it's a Jew, I can accept.
Because kosher food,
It's never gonna happen, no Jews.
because kosher food actually, brothers, kosher food actually more strict than
Yeah, definitely.
halal food in a sense.
There's no blood in the meat, there's nothing.
Yeah.
They don't say no piece meal.
Sorry?
They say the name. They say like that you are. They say Elohim. They'll say the name in the name of God.
Yeah.
They have a specific prayer.
Yeah.
They say.
Yes.
Then it's the name of the one God. It's
We
not.
know that
We don't know.
time
They don't say a lot.
Salam.
if the Christians and the Jews used to slaughter animals in like the correct way, like, do we feel any narration that they did that?
I do not know.
The Jews,
Honestly.
they definitely.
I don't know.
I've
The Jews are definitely more strict.
They make sure the same
Yeah, we can buy
shop,
from
shop
them,
knife, one car.
Yes.
Can't see it.
Okay, can we discuss some other time, brothers? Right. Digressing it, yeah, from the topic.
No one knows to get for.
Okay. Always remember the consequences of innovations. Besides shirk, what else? What will the Al-Kawthar, brothers, on the day of judgment, all of us will hope that we get from the Prophet himself, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the cup for us to drink, right? But there will grow people who will be driven away, and it's 50,000 years of their judgment without any water. We do need to drink this water in order for us not to get thirsty, right? But there will be group of people who are driven away, and these are the people who invented new things after the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam passed away. Right? So do be careful of the consequences. Of course, other consequence of innovations would be hellfire. Kullu bid'atin dolala or kulla dolalatin finnar. Every innovation is misguidance, every misguidance leads us to hellfire. So it is a serious topic enough. And you and I know innovations is part of the traps of shaitan. The first trap of shaitan would be shirk. Second one, innovations, which is more difficult to detect than shirk because innovations are people
Thinking they're doing
your culture especially, right?
especially.
This one, right?
Your culture as well.
Yes, of course. Number 3, perhaps. Indulging in things without any knowledge, right? And it is, as you guys, right? And it is important that we ensure that it does not happen again. Yeah. So do remember the consequences of innovations. Yeah. That shaitan is always looking for people who innovate because these are things that you think that you're worshiping Allah, but actually you're not. Yeah. After shirk and innovations, what else are the traps of shaitan?
Making you do deeds.
Major sins first, minor sins, right? Number 5,
Making you do deeds that are less.
these are less important, right? So within 2 deeds, you choose the less important deed, right? Yes.
I had divorce is one of Shaitan's favorite things.
Yes, one of the hadith, because sowing dissensions among husband and wife, because
That could lead to everything else. Right?
Luan, you're one of the few who are married here, right?
Wasting time.
Because, right? And Tariq, right? Those who are married, you will know that if you have marital problems, it affects everything, right? Affects your salah, affects everything, right? So having dissensions with the husband and wife is one of the famous things that will affect your deen in all this. Yeah? So this is one of the traps of shaitan. Right.
Wasting time is the.
Number 5 is the two deeds. You focus on the less important deeds. So, for example, in the last 10 days of Ramadan, instead of rushing for dinner to go to the mosque, you have this iftar party, right? You invite all the Pakistani cousins, second cousins, third cousins, fourth cousins, fifth cousin, all this kind, right? And then you're late for your Isha, late for Tarawih, miss everything, right? And then Tariq, as you said, number 6 will be
Wasting time or
doing things that are mubah allowed,
Too much 2K,
But-
too much FIFA.
but waste a lot. Now I have the rest of my hand. I'm reading things about Palestine, all this, so it takes hours, sometimes 1-2 hours just to read about this. Perhaps it's a waste of time, perhaps it's not. I do not know, right? So these are the things. Sorry? Sorry?
It's okay.
Huh?
You learn how to cook, so it's beneficial.
Yeah, of course. Right? And the last one is all-out attack, yeah, of all of us, yeah, of shaitan. So always remember, shaitan is always on the look. Can we see them?
No.
Yes.
Yes and no.
Can you see shaitan?
Can we see them?
Can you see what?
Now, shaitan, did Allah put in the Quran that we see them? Aziz, can we see shaitan?
The human ones.
Okay, so look in Surah number 7, verse number 27. What is it? Read it for me. Remember us, right? 7. Okay, 7:27. Yes, read it for me, please.
يا بني آدم لا يفتننكم الشيطان كما أخرج أبويكم من الجنة ينزع عنهما لباسهما ليريهما سوآتهما إنه يراكم هو وقبيله من حيث لا ترونهم إنا جعلنا الشياطين أولياء للذين لا يؤمنون.
O children of Adam, let not shaitan deceive you as he got your parents out of paradise, stripping them of the railments to show them their private parts. Verily, he and his qabiluhu or his soldiers see you from where you cannot see them. In general, of course. That is general. Yeah. Verily, we made the shaitan as awliya for those who does not believe. So in general, of course, there are exceptions, right? What are the exceptions that we see from the hadith and all this? Exception that people can see shaitan.
Black dog.
No, more. I know, but more.
Human shaitan.
Yes, more problem. What? Which hadith?
Isn't it the one where the person extended his arm to close the door? Yes. So there was people sitting to gain knowledge,
Yeah.
and there was a Muslim jinn,
Yeah.
and then they asked him to close the door, and he said, and he extended his arm and closed it.
Yeah, but more obvious than that. Which story? Which hadith?
That's funny.
Brothers.
That coming off the sea.
Yeah, Ayatul Kursi. Ayatul Kursi. Shaitan himself was teaching Abu Hurairah, right? About Ayatul Kursi.
Oh, let's go.
Was it? I saw the end of the head. Was it a shaitan or was it just a jinn?
Shaitan.
I think there was another hadith where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Shaitan is a jinn anyway, right? So it's similar, not similar, but similar, or not the same. Yes. Okay, so we also know an incident of Prophet ﷺ was giving a talk and he came down. He was strangling Shaitan. He strangled Shaitan. Yes. He was trying to disturb the whole congregation, right? Yeah. So many hadiths. So exceptionally, you can see. Yeah. Same thing as angels, right? In general, we cannot see them, but we know from the Quran and Hadith, the angels appeared when? No, even more obvious than that. In the form of a man.
Yeah.
To whom?
With white
Yeah, so first of all, it was Jibril, right? Teaching us the deen, right? And then other things in the Quran itself is when the angels appeared to warn Ibrahim alayhi salam, right, about Lut and all this. Right?
Maryam as well.
And who were the angels? 3 of them? Jibril, Mikhail. I think perhaps it might be that was before the trumpet was at this one. Yes. Cannot be an angel of death. Yeah, cannot be. And that's a different story, right? Okay, so exceptionally, there's always exceptions that we can see this unseen, right? Yes.
So what was the story again about? So there's a certain masjid in Mecca, and there was, I don't know, something about jinn.
The jinn, yes.
Yeah.
We went, right?
Yeah,
we went right? To the masjid jinn, yeah. It was a few narrations, right? One of them was about when Prophet Muhammad was reciting, doing the Fajr prayer, yeah. And he was reciting, I think, Surah Ar-Rahman. Yeah, every time he said, which are the favors which you both denied, the angels answer, Ya Allah, we never deny any of your favors. Yeah, and all praise belongs to you. Right? So this is one of those, and that happens in Masjid Jinn that we went last time. Yeah, and that was also the time in which in Surah Jinn verse number 1 and 2. Yeah, when it was described that a group of jinns with 3 or 10 people, they were listening to and they made his allegiance to Allah. Yeah, that they will not disobey Allah and they will not dissociate all with anybody else. Yeah, this is Surah Jinn. Yes.
You said it was the angels who responded.
The jinn.
You mean the jinn? Yeah.
Sorry?
You said the angels responded to the ayat.
You said Prophet.
Sorry, the jinns. Yeah, the jinns. Right. That's why Prophet was disappointed with the Sahaba because
they didn't respond.
they didn't respond anything. Right? When the Surah Ar-Rahman was recited to them, they just keep quiet. And Prophet was so upset. Yeah, because that means the jinns are more submissive, more fearful of Allah, in a sense.
Is it then the sunnah to say what they said?
No, no, it's not. Okay?
Could you tell the story about Abu Hurairah with the jinn as well?
Yes.
How was it?
So Abu Hurairah was having this food to give to the poor, right? And then the jinns came and wanted to steal some food. Yeah, have you heard this story before? Okay, so after that, Abu Hurairah was saying that I'm going to take you to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. So, oh, please be back, release me. So he released, and then that night, Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "What happened?" Oh, because there was one person who came wanted to steal the food, but he promised he won't come back again. And then Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam said, "Don't believe him. He's going to come back tomorrow." They came back tomorrow again, the same person, right? And he stole the food again. Again, Abu Hurairah wanted to give him Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, and he begged again second time, and Abu Hurairah released him. The third one, same thing. He happened to steal again, and he really wanted to take the jinn to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And then he said, "Don't take me. If you don't take me, I promise you one thing. I'm going to teach you a surah, an ayat in which you recite, shaitan will run away. You protect you from shaitan." And then he related the incident to Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, Abu Hurairah, and he said, "Yes, the person is lying, but this time he's telling the truth." And he said, "Who is that?" He said, "Oh, that's shaitan, right?" I could see. Yeah,
So
it's the whole
this shows
story.
that even though look how they weren't as harsh as everyone thinks. That even though Sharia was, let's say, for stealing, you have to get. He let him off, even though.
Yeah. It's a mercy.
Yeah, it's not like.
There's no hands to chop. There's the gene.
We grow it back.
We grow back.
Is there a similar situation for Yasin? Or just only that one?
Surah Yasin?
Yeah.
No, I do not know. As Indonesian. Okay. Now, any questions?
No. Jibreel teaching the demon. What other example of seeing the angels?
Sorry?
You said Jibreel teaching the demon does another example of seeing the angels.
Ibrahim alayhi salam. Yeah, the angels came to his. I can't remember which verses. The Quran. He came.
As a form of a man.
Yeah, of a man, right? Yes. Yeah.
And he came to Maryam.
He came to a form as a man.
Yes, came to Maryam.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Because brothers, if the angels were to come in the form of their own self, it's quite scary, isn't it? Because Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam saw Jibril, right? In all these 600 wings and huge, and it was quite scary. Yes.
There's another.
What did he see in the sky?
Who? How did Marut? Yes, it's Surah Al-Baqarah, right? Yes.
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala revealed himself from the mountains to
Musa asked.
yeah, Musa, and then he like that one's the most powerful.
But that was just a
Yeah, but it's looking at Allah, and according to some scholars, that you just look at the tip of the.
Yeah.
They couldn't take it.
It was a one wing, it's like half of the earth.
Yes, not very big. Yeah. Salam. Okay. Any questions before we end?
Was it true that the Sulaim see the jinn as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Control.
Yeah. 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 Control them, and who carried the
throne.
The throne.
of the Yemeni princess or something.
Sorry?
Yeah.
No. Who carried the?
Throne.
No, that's a trick question. Ifrit is not. Ifrit one of the jinns who volunteered, but actually it was another human being. Yes, according to some scholars. Yes. who's able to do it with Allah's will, of course. Yeah. Because Ifrit was mentioned in that part of the Quran, but it did not mention Ifrit was the one who did it. It's another Allah's creation. Carry the throne of Balqis from her house to in front of him within a blink of an eye. Yeah? Allah can do anything, isn't it? Through Allah's help.
Crazy. That's like
Okay, so any last questions, brothers? Free Palestine? Okay, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant our brothers and sisters in Palestine patience, ability to have iman and taqwa despite these difficulties they are facing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant those who died, place Jannah the Firdaus. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant all of us the ability to do things that is pleasing to His eyes. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive our sins and grant all us Jannah the Firdaus. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun. Wa salamun al mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. See you next week, inshallah.